All right, you're making 10 to 20K a month with your high ticket offer and you want to scale to 50, maybe 100K a month, but you don't know how to do it. You feel stuck. Your revenue stays the same every month. You're working 16 hours a day and you're like, what the hell, man? I don't know how to scale this fucking business. Now, you're lucky because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can scale your business to 50, 70, 80, 100K a month. And I'm going to show you exactly what are the main obstacles that are stopping you from getting to your goal, and I'll show you how you can easily fix them. And I'll give you some practical tricks that you can implement today so you can start scaling your business. Now, if you're new here, my name is Alex. I've scaled my own high ticket offer to 150K a month, and I've helped other business owners do the same. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Now, this is everything that we're going to cover in this video. We're going to cover mindset, pricing strategy, and marketing. First of all, mindset. Believe it or not, the main reason why you're not making the amount of money that you want to make is not necessarily that you need to post more content or work longer hours. The main reason why you're not scaling is you. You are the biggest constraint of your business right now. You are the problem. One of my clients was stuck at around 20K a month, and then he came to me and I've helped him optimize his funnel, set up all the automations, gave him all the strategies, and he did scale his business to 75K a month in less than 3 months. But the main problem that he was having is that he didn't want to let go of certain parts of his business. He wanted to do everything by himself because he was too scared of delegating tasks. He also had limiting beliefs about scaling. And you might be in the same position, right? Right now you don't have a business. You are the business, right? If you don't show up to work tomorrow, your business falls apart, right? There's no business. If you don't show up to work, there's no business. So you are the business and you are the biggest bottleneck of your own business. You can't consider yourself a real business owner because you're still in the freelance phase, because you don't have systems in place and you're not delegating anything. And yeah, so you're doing everything by yourself. Now, that's not sustainable if you want to scale. You can't scale by yourself. You need other people to help you with the parts of the business that you don't want to do or you're not good at, so that you actually can focus on the parts of the business that are you're actually good at and that actually move the needle. So you can finally break out the 20K a month gel. So at this stage, you're the biggest bottleneck of your so-called business. You might also have limiting beliefs. Maybe you have imposter syndrome and you don't believe you deserve all that money. And deep down, you don't really believe that you can achieve 50, 100K a month. Like, you don't believe it's actually possible. Like, you see other people do it, but you don't actually believe that it's possible deep down. So you see that most of the problems that you're facing in this stage are just inside of your head. If you've gotten to 10, 15, 20K a month, you can easily get to 50, 100K a month just by changing a couple things. First of all, you have to believe that you can get there and you deserve to get there because you're rendering the best possible service to your clients and you're providing the best quality of service. You're helping your clients solve a painful problem, so you're making their lives better and easier. So you have to believe in what you're selling. Don't just think about the money. Think about helping other people solve their problems. And you want to help as many people as possible solve their problems, right? So this is how I approach my business. I truly, wholeheartedly believe that I will add value to your business. So I know I deserve to get paid a lot and to make a lot of money, right? So the second thing you need to do is start delegating. You can't do everything by yourself. If you're making content, you can hire a video editor. That's going to save you a lot of time so that you can dedicate that time to doing actually revenue generating activities, like, I don't know, taking calls or doing cold outreach or whatever it is that you're doing. Or maybe you can hire someone to help you with sales calls. You can hire a setter to set appointments. You can hire someone to help you with delivery and operations. But you need to start delegating tasks. You can hire me to run your entire marketing and backend operations. So you only have to make content and show up to calls. That will definitely help you get to 100K a month. But whatever it is, just do it. Delegate and believe that you can actually achieve your goal of making 100K a month. Okay, it was important to cover your mindset because it is 90% of your success and you need to work on yourself first. Everything else comes after, because at the end of the day, your business is just a reflection of who you are inside. Now, let's talk about some practical things that you can change today that will help you scale to 1,500K a month. First of all, you need to start doing the math. One thing that a lot of people skip is the math because they don't want to look at the numbers and they're lazy and they only care about the revenue. And revenue is great, I agree, but you need to do some math and kind of reverse engineer your goal. Of course, in this context, we're talking about organic growth. So we're not doing any paid ads at the moment. That means that we don't have full control over our acquisition system. How many leads you'll get depends on how good your marketing is and how good your content is and how well it performs. And unfortunately, we don't have control over the algorithm. So some days it's good, some days it's bad. It is what it is. Still, that doesn't mean that we can't run some number. You can take your final revenue goal and look at the numbers your funnel is doing and reverse engineer a way to get to your goal. So let's look at some numbers just to give you an example. Let's say that your goal is to make 100K a month and your offer is priced at, let's say, 3K. So in order to get to 100K a month, we need to divide 100 by 3. That's equal to 33.3, round up to 34. So you need to sign 34 clients to hit your goal. Now, let's assume, for example, that your funnel is doing these numbers right here. Let's look at opt-ins, booked calls, and show-up rate and close rate. Let's say your funnel is doing like opt-in rate is 30% of 5 visitors opt in to watch your VSL, and then book rate is 40% of those opt-ins book a call, and then show-up rate, 75% of book calls actually show up, and close rate, 25% shown calls convert to a client. So to sign 34 clients, you reverse engineer it like this. You need 136 shown calls, you need 181 booked calls to get to 136 to show up, and you need 453 opt-ins to get 181 bookings. And you need 1,510 profile visitors to get 453 opt-ins. That's roughly 50 profile visitors a day, which is very achievable with consistent content and good CTAs. Overall, let's say it's a 2.2 conversion rate. So of all the people who visit your landing page, 2% will become customers. Now, it's not always like this. It could be a lot less, but I think it's pretty achievable with good marketing and good content and a dialed in sales process. So it's not impossible. This is just to give you an example. Like you can look at these numbers so you can understand how to do the math. It's not going to look the same for you. It depends on your business and it depends on a lot of things. But roughly, you can pretty much estimate how much you're going to make if you do these calculations right here that I've just shown you. Now, knowing these numbers, you can optimize for that and you can identify every part of your funnel that's leaking and then you can optimize it until you get to these numbers. And if you don't want to do it yourself, you can book a call with me and I'll help you do it. Just know that I don't take free calls anymore because I don't want to waste time with people funnel hacking me and just trying to sell me something on the sales call. I don't want to deal with that. There is a small consulting fee you need to pay in order to get on a call with me. And even if we don't end up working together, you still get a lot of value. I'll still help you analyze your funnel and tell you what you need to do to actually start scaling your business. But yeah, this is what I'm doing now. But anyway, you see that when you run the numbers, getting to your goal becomes a lot easier and it becomes real, it becomes tangible. Helps you create a definite plan to reach your goal. Now, the second thing that you can do, trick that you can implement today to scale your business immediately is to simply raise your prices. Instead of charging, let's say 3K, you charge 5K. I know what you're thinking now. You're thinking that raising your prices will scare people away and people won't buy. But I think that people won't buy only if you don't believe that what you have to offer is worth that much money. If you don't believe that people will pay for that price, maybe you need to change your offer. Like you don't need to change exactly your offer, but you need to reframe it so that it attracts a higher quality customer. You have to become really good at explaining the value you're providing and actually believe that you deserve that money. This is the key. You have to actually believe that you can get there. As I said, it's more of a mindset thing than a physical thing. People will buy if they believe that what you have to offer can solve a painful problem that they have, no matter the price. And actually, if you raise your prices, your service will look more premium and more exclusive. And yes, maybe your close rate will go down a little bit, but you still make more money and at the same time you'll work with higher quality clients. And everyone who sells info knows this. Clients who pay more are always easier to deal with, whereas clients who pay less, they pretend to get results fast without doing any work. So Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So if you raise your prices, your life becomes much easier and you'll make more money at the same time. Now, I'm gonna give you an example just to show you. Let's say that you raise your price from 3K to 5K and your close rate drops from 25% to 18%. Let's look at the metrics. Let's say a 3K, 25% close rate, 136 shown calls, you sign 34 clients, and your revenue is 102K a month. Now, let's say you're selling for 5K with an 18% close rate. You still have 136 shown calls. Now you sign 24 clients, so 10 less clients, and you're making 120K a month. That's 18K per month more. And you're signing 10 fewer clients, you're doing 10 fewer sales calls, and you're delivering to 10 fewer people. So your life gets a lot easier. So it's a simple strategy, but I think it's effective. You just have to know how to do it. The third thing that you can do today to scale your business is to dial in your sales process. You must dial in your sales process. And I don't care who you are. I'm ready to bet that you're letting leads fall through the cracks. And that could be for a variety of reasons. Maybe you're lazy, maybe you don't have a setter, maybe you're taking too long to engage with leads once they show interest. Could be a lot of reasons. Or maybe you just suck at sales and you don't know how to handle objections and you don't know how to frame a sales call. I don't know. Whatever it is, you need to figure it out and you need to fix it. Set up systems, hire setters, closers, get better at sales. I don't care, just do it. Start tracking everything so you can actually understand what parts of your funnel are leaking and you need to improve. Like, for example, if your show rate is like 80% and your close rate is, I don't know, fucking 10%, you just know that you have to get better at sales. Or maybe your offer is good because it attracted a lot of people, but you don't know how to explain it. You don't know how to explain the value that you're providing and you don't know how to handle objections. So you need to get better at sales. So track everything and so that you can actually take real steps to get to your goal. I would suggest that you don't hire a closer too early because you have to become really good at selling your own product so you can train somebody else to do it for you. Because if you don't know how to sell your own product, how do you expect someone else to do it? So these are my tricks to help you scale your business. If you liked it, let me know, comment, leave a like, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.